What is a trigger, really? It happens before you know it. A word, a tone, a glance, and suddenly your body tightens, your heart races, you're angry, offended, hurt, defensive. But why? Why does something so small hit so deep? Why can one sentence ruin your whole mood? The Stoics had a name for this: false judgment. They believed that no event, on its own, has the power to disturb us. Only our interpretation of it does. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are pained by external things, it is not they that disturb you, but your own judgment of them." So what is a trigger? A trigger is a wound with a story around it. It's not the event, it's the meaning you've attached to it. Someone ignores you, you feel invisible. Someone corrects you, you feel like a failure. Someone sets a boundary, you feel rejected. That's not logic, that's memory. You've been taught, maybe silently, maybe violently, that you're not safe unless you're in control, liked, validated, or respected. So now, anything that threatens that story triggers you. But here's the key. Once you become aware of the story, you can change it. This is not about denial, it's about understanding. You are not broken. Your system is just trying to protect you from a version of the past. And in part 2, we break down the neurobiology of triggers, what happens in your brain and body, and how to interrupt the cycle. The science of a triggered brain. Your brain's number one job is survival. Not success, not peace, just survival. So when something happens that feels like danger, it lights up the amygdala, your brain's alarm system. That's when your nervous system kicks in. Adrenaline, cortisol, tight muscles, racing thoughts. You go from calm to combat in seconds. But here's the kicker. Your brain doesn't care if it's a real threat or a perceived one. It only knows familiar pain. If being ignored used to mean abandonment, if criticism meant punishment, if boundaries meant rejection, your system remembers. This is why triggers feel bigger than the moment. Because they are. They're emotional echoes. But the Stoics taught us, just because something is automatic doesn't mean it's true. So what do? You slow down. You get curious. When triggered, ask, what is this reminding me of? What story am I believing right now? Then breathe, literally. Inhale 4, hold 2, exhale 6, repeat. Why? Because a regulated body creates a regulated mind. And with a calm mind, you can choose. Choose not to lash out. Choose not to shut down. Choose to respond, not react. In part 3, we'll build your trigger map, so you know exactly what sets you off and why. Mapping your triggers. Here's your mission. Build your personal trigger map. It's not easy. It requires brutal honesty, but it will set you free. Step 1. Write down the last 3-5 moments you felt triggered. Go deep. What happened? What did you feel? What did you make it mean? Step 2. Name the wound. Ask, what's the core fear here? Fear of abandonment? Fear of failure? Fear of being unseen? Fear of being wrong? Step 3. Notice the pattern. Because triggers don't lie. They repeat. They show you exactly where your inner work is. The Stoics were fierce with self-honesty. They didn't pretend to be unaffected. They trained themselves to be aware. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Your triggers are mostly imagination, but they feel like reality unless you name them. And once you name them, you tame them. In part 4, we bring it all together. How to diffuse a trigger in real time, like a Stoic. How to diffuse a trigger like a Stoic. You're in it. The moment is hot. Your mind is racing. You want to yell, withdraw, defend, escape, pause, just for 3 seconds. That's all you need to take control back. Step 1. Breathe first, think second. This disarms your nervous system. Step 2. Name it. Say silently, "This is a trigger, not the truth." Step 3. Anchor to your values. Ask, what would the strongest, calmest version of me do right now? This takes you out of ego. It reminds you, you are not here to be right. You are here to be rooted. The Stoics practiced this daily. They visualized insults. They rehearsed chaos. So when it came, they didn't flinch. It wasn't fake. It was trained. So train now. The more you diffuse in real time, the more you reclaim your presence. And in part 5, we give you the challenge to turn all this theory into personal transformation. Here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, every time you feel emotionally triggered, 1. Pause for 3 seconds. 2. Say, "This is a story, not a fact." 3. Choose a calm response, or no response at all. Then write this in your journal. "I noticed the trigger and kept my power." Do this for a week. Track your strength. You'll be shocked how much calmer you feel, not because the world changed, but because you did. Call to action. Drop one word in the comments. Diffused. Subscribe if you're building emotional freedom, not perfection, but presence. When triggers no longer own you. You'll feel it one day. Someone will say the exact sentence that used to shut you down or fire you up. And this time, nothing. Not numbness, not apathy, just awareness. You see it, you feel it, but you're not in it. This is the shift. This is freedom. Not reacting doesn't mean you don't care. It means you've matured past the story. You no longer need to defend old wounds. You've outgrown them. This is the Stoic path, from reflex to reflection, from chaos to command. And the beautiful irony, the moment you stop reacting, people feel your presence more, because you're not leaking emotion, you're holding it, channeling it, leading it. No more giving your peace away to passing comments. No more handing your mood to strangers. You're home now, in yourself, and you're unshakable. This is Stoicism. This is freedom. This is you.